disappear into that vile ruin, and now the sky, the light, the very land limps as a leper. Somehow, whether through deliberate act or accident, you've caused this. Now we all suffer your consequences. Different good, different bad, we now know upon which side the coin has fallen.
Nothing like this happens until you are here. Bring back the light, or you will find my spear in your throat.
I dreamed this. A vast creature. A thing of shadow. I saw it escape from a black prison and climb a man-crafted mountain, drifting up its 4 sheer sides like the mist that reaches for the clouds. It gathered at the peak of that mountain and ate the heart from the sun. You smell of that black mist and something else. Guilt. That is it, yes. Guilt is a strong illness. It gnaws at the spirit until there is nothing left, until you are one of the walking corpses. Go with the spirit.
There's one bright spot in this darkness you've released. At least it was you who did it, and you can undo it, I know it. Had it been piety, we'd likely never see the sun again. Our expedition made camp in the western forest while Piety took a few men through the pass to Exile prison. She was after the research notes of one Chevron of Umbra, a witch who devoted herself to the study of transfiguration during the latter days of the Eternal Empire. Piety returned alone and disturbingly happy with her findings. I've learnt that when Piety is happy, misery is soon to follow for everyone else.
What has happened? Did the world not rise from its sleep? How do we wake it up? Please, what should we do?
Meligaro had an assistant, a man named Raulo. If Meligaro's records spoke truly, Raulo offered himself freely as a test subject. With the spike, Meligaro injected Raulo with a high dose of calibric extantia, thus gifting the poor man with both endless life and horrific deformity. In honor of his sacrifice to Meligaro's work, the Inquisitor gave Raulo a new name, Fidelitas. I thought Dominus was a leader of vision, of purpose, the man who would resurrect the Eternal Empire. In truth, Dominus is only after power, the black thaumaturgical power locked within the virtue gems. He wishes to create a new empire, one in his own image. I drank every night to try and wipe that image from my mind. It's still there. Keep your life to your own.
Only slow me down.
It's another busy day in the land of the dead, Exile. My sculpture complains that it is thirsty, and yet the usual fare seems not to satiate it. However, I believe I have a solution. Find a pack of living creatures, slaughter them, raise them, and bring them back. Death appears to like you, Breather. And if death likes you, I like you.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Survivor, you are well prepared for the end. This is a fine capture.
That would...
Helena is healing. I make sure of that. But you want to know if you can trust her. I see her spirit. It was born good and needs work to keep it that way. Much like yours. Stay true to you.
This world gets all bent out of shape, and suddenly here you are. Doesn't take a genius to add that one up. I'm the kind that cleans up his own messes. What kind are you? So, your oak's lucky, are you? I could be wasting the last of my breath here, but you're barking up the wrong tree. Once he's done with you, your brains will be splattered all over the nearest trunk. Here's the truth of it. Oak and Alira, they care for nothing and no one. Me? I care about a thing called arithmetic. You take 2 heads and 2 amulets. Bring them to me, and you get half the power. That add up right for you? No pain, no gain, I once heard someone say. Make sure it's Oak and Alira's pain now, won't you? And lots of it. This world gets all bent out of shape.
That would only slow me down.
Come to me, Exile. Let us speak of death and desire. There shall be no rest for the wicked, Exile. My sculpture complains that it is thirsty, and yet...
Mana is gone.
Kraityn sent you, but you strike me as someone who craves a higher purpose than that. Something worthy. Something like peace. Every day, my brethren and I battle and die with Kraityn's rats of the bridge, and Alira's thralls of the old road. To spare the lives of many, you need take only 2. But if peace isn't reward enough for you, bring me the amulets that hang around Kraityn and Alira's worthless necks.
Do some good for once in your sorry life, bandit. Feed the worms. That would only slow me down.
Death appears to like you, Breather. And if death likes you, I like you.
That would only slow me down.
The giant is no more. I wish I could say that this bodes well for us. But with Oak gone, Kraityn and Alira will only grow stronger.
You come to me in dark times, Exile. No, dark isn't the right word for what's befallen my forest. Twisted it is, in every sense of the word. Some scared little birds told me you've cut down their tree, a big ugly oak. Quite a feat. And yet now you're one of Kraityn's bridge rats? Look at the aura on you, bright as the sunset before a storm, not the manner of a minion. Kraityn's no doubt spun you a line about sharing the power of the amulets with you. No, he'll make sword grips out of your sun-dried entrails. Seen him do the likes 100 times over. Bring me a pair of amulets and Kraityn's lying tongue, and I promise to make you part of that power. I believe in friendship, and I can be a fine friend to those who treat me sweetly.
That would only slow me down.
Heard you felled a big tree. Handy.
of rats. Feast for rats now. That would only slow me down.
That was almost better than Oriathan chocolate. You keep this trinket to remember me by on your travels. I'd ask you to stay, but I think we both know where that would lead. How does the old maxim go? Oh yes. Familiarity breeds contempt, and contempt is murder's concubine. A threat? No, my dear. Merely reality.
We, the Court of Reckoning, find you, Doedri Stamatis, guilty of the following transgressions against God. Perversion of God's creation. Promotion of heretical beliefs. Unlawful enslavement of eternal citizens. Torture of the innocent. Murder of the servants of purity. For these most severe crimes, I do sentence Doedri Darktongue to burn at the stake till naught is left but ash. May her life serve as penance for the lives she has taken, and let purity sweep away the dust of her deeds from our firmament. High Templar Vol, Commander of the Army of Purity.
I dreamed this. A vast creature, a thing of shadow. I saw it escape from a black prison and climb a man-crafted mountain, drifting up its four sheer sides like the mist that reaches for the clouds. It gathered at the peak of that mountain and ate the heart from the sun. You smell of that black mist and something else. Guilt. That is it, yes. Guilt is a strong illness. It gnaws at the spirit until there is nothing left, until you are one of the walking corpses. You want a cure? Find the man-crafted mountain, send the shadow home, and tell the monster to take your guilt with it. Be well.
For all of her strange ways, I've learned not to discount Yeena's more vivid dreams. She's in tune with this land in ways I find difficult to comprehend. As to this man-crafted mountain she describes, I have seen only one structure of its like. Stumbled across sketches in the Theopolis archives, a piece of Val engineering, pyramidal in architecture. According to those documents, the pyramid lies north of the Frisian forest, buried beneath the mantle upon which San rests. I have no idea whether it still exists, or ever existed for that matter. Still, considering the current circumstances, there isn't much to lose in the search, is there? Fare you well.